Welcome back to News of My Fiance, Raw, live, in-person live Raw with Morgan Jones and myself, DJ Ambush. We are back reporting live from Portland, Oregon, where ICE is going crazy.
Bananagrams.
Yeah. But thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate your support. Be a part of the text chat fam and join us on YouTube. We are broadcasting live right there. Nowhere else right now. We're working on some other stuff, but you know.
Yeah. Shout out to our studio sponsors, L&J Industries, for doing nothing this week or last.
Oh, wow.
We are in the Studio B.
Yeah, backup studio. I like Studio B.
Yeah, stick with that. Yeah. We don't back up. We just have multiples.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Studio B.
Yeah. For you haters.
That. Shout out to our production team. Big Jess, not the little one.
Hello.
Kyle of Residual Audio. Ross and our remote quality control, Michelle, for making sure that this show happens every single Monday when we can do it.
Yes.
And of course, huge shout out to y'all for watching, listening, and staying engaged with us.
Now, before we get started, please make sure you tap the like button, subscribe, comment, share, and ring that notification bell.
You know what I'm saying? Share. Hype.
So the algorithm gets engaged with us and stays engaged with us.
Okay, big dubs in the chat. I'm really sorry, but there is a humongous special guest in our chat right now, and that's Sean Mick. So, dubs in the chat for my man.
Yeah.
Yo, Carlos.
Oh my God.
What is tonight? Is it my fake birthday?
Yo, both of the young homies is in the chat. This is amazing.
What is happening? Is it my cheerleader ponytail? Y'all knew I had it popping tonight, huh? You knew.
Go ahead, give him a little bit.
That's a little rah-rah for you, you know?
Check out everything we have going on over at newsofmyfiance.com. Become a member at patreon.com/newsofmyfiance. This week, the new ads on Patreon this week, there is new merch. So there's 2 new hoodies, a new t-shirt, and a new sticker from the Make 'em Proud collection. Capsule situation. You know what I'm saying? I'll put the link in the chat. But yeah, man, let's get this quality time popping.
I'm ready. Wait, what did MJ say we're calling this again? Oh, right. No, I got it. I know we're live. Welcome to Monday Night Raw. Live. In person, live Raw.
Sean, what is the weather looking like, my G? Like, what is happening? I heard y'all under like 54 feet of snow.
Yeah, 11 feet of snow.
Oh my God, it's horrible.
It's a big. I would say put the snowflake in the chat, but that's like ice.
Yeah, we don't play that,
so we can't do that. But I already know you. I mean, you're here because you're stuck at home or something, right? Like what has happened?
Michelle said, "Good evening," allegedly.
Hi, Michelle.
So I had a similar experience last night at No Request, and shout out to everybody that came through No Request. So it was our first one of the year.
How do I do this?
So I was saying,
No Request.
Hey,
wow, you didn't even know?
No. I'm sorry. So it was
that's
first one of the year.
Look at your partner.
Wow. First one of the year. And so I'm saying Happy New Year's to people I hadn't seen since last year. Some of our regulars. And it was funny. Carrie behind the bar and Elias was there too. They were like, where's the cutoff? I said, I was thinking about it. It's very Curb Your Enthusiasm-esque. Probably 2 weeks is the cutoff. Me, if I haven't seen you since last year, I'm saying Happy New Year. So I said Happy New Year, and Brooke was like, where's the happy? It's a new year. Where's the happy? There's this alleged happy going at. Where's that?
The new year started with too many bangs, and those bangs were like flash bangs and gun bangs and fake standing in front of car bangs.
Yeah, we don't need all that.
And all of that was by ICE agents. Every single bang, it appears.
All the bangs. Cool. So cool on that.
Not one good bang so far in that regard. So allegedly a good year.
Yeah.
26 days in. I think it's 9, maybe 10 total deaths that we know about by ICE agents so far. Well, and that's between outside and inside a detention facility. That's on the streets and inside.
Oh, okay.
A combination, if you will.
Got you.
Carlos being funny because that.
You don't speak Spanish?
He knows I don't.
At some point, did you tell him you did? Is he under the impression?
Absolutely not.
Oh, okay.
I'm not out here frauding by somebody who can catch me. I didn't know that. I didn't know that Carlos wasn't black. Like, I thought that Carlos was black and something else.
Right.
Latino for sure, but no, I don't know which. I didn't know. Right. I mean, and I'm not wrong, but I'm also, things be different.
I definitely thought Carlos had a little bit of black.
Well, Puerto Rican.
Oh, okay.
And so, yes, and question mark was a whole conversation Carlos and I had in the Dutch Brothers drive-thru.
I'm loving all of this. Oh, right. It goes back
in life.
Man, that's day one.
When we both frequented that place, and he, by frequent, I mean work there.
Right. That's day one.
Anyway, real quick, Sean did respond to what the weather is like. He said he's going to give us the Jim Jones weather report. It's cold, yo. I thought maybe we'd get Brit, but Mom Donnie already did that. So I guess we could leave that.
He did.
I love him.
Sean, your boy Jim Jones is cutting up. He's cutting up right now. Mans is claiming to be responsible for Kid Cudi's career. And the level of disrespect that it takes to just, throw that out there and be real husky with it and tell the story numerous times is wild. It's embarrassing.
I want to know more
As an East
about
Coast native, it's embarrassing.
Why he's doing this.
No one knows why Jimmy does anything. There's no
I think Sean knows.
Legit explanation. He goes, yeah.
If there is anybody that knows,
He'll have a theory,
and the theory will make sense.
Yeah.
It will connect to people most close to him.
For sure.
And
For sure.
And I'm out. Nope. No.
Here's the thing with perspective. There's a point. Thank you, Shiz. I appreciate you.
What is it that he said to Fabulous? A linebacker? When he tried to say lineage, but he said lineage. Was it linebacker?
He said linebacker. He did.
That's actually all I think about.
Harsh correction.
When it comes to that.
Yeah.
I am still not understanding the entire point of his Kid Cudi story. And I don't know why that would be amazing for him. I just don't understand why he's even saying it.
Oh, it makes complete sense to me. It falls right in line with him saying everything, all the rest of the crazy shit he's been saying. Like, I have a better career than Nas. Outside of Dipset, I'm this, that, and the third. It's just, it's just these trophies that he's 3D printed for himself. And now he's sharing it with the rest of us. Yeah, That's
what they do with a 3D printer.
Yeah, that's what they, sir, I'm not going for that shit. Yeah.
Well, Sean also said, Cudi was working in the city, dating my ex. And Jim helped it cross over to urban radio. So to NYers in NY, not on blogs, Jim broke that song.
Right. To replay.
I just don't know how you say something like that when, in fact, the internet did exist at that time. Yeah. It wasn't what it is today,
right,
by any stretch, but you can go to it.
Right.
You can get to back then.
That shit blew on MySpace, bro. That shit blew on MySpace, just like Cassie did. MySpace was going crazy. Certain songs were going bananas off of MySpace. And for Jim to be like, I did that, means you weren't connected in all the other places where this record was going crazy. But
Well, that's because he was in high school.
Right. Right. Young OG. Yes.
Such a mess. I wonder if Jim is the reason that, like, you know, Kanye directed any video ever.
Probably.
Or, how does that even happen?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Jim's responsible for a lot, B.
That's tight.
Yeah. Won't tell people what we're talking about tonight. So, main stories.
Yeah.
Legacy chooses ICE over your care and their nurses.
That's a local story, but I'm sure it impacts everybody everywhere.
Yeah. And Minnesota general strike leading to national strike?
Question mark.
There was a late breaking news thing that happened after we finished writing. I'm not sure if you saw it.
Likely not.
But Bovino.
You got to get the code out of there.
Got him out. He's done.
You got to get the code out of there.
They got Bovino out the way.
Did you? I actually screen recorded this video so that I could send it, so that we could show it, and that didn't happen. But there's a video of a black man that has kicked him out of the convenience store that they were trying to go into.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Did you see this video where he's like, get out, keep going, and whoever's recording says, you know, like, hey, do you work here? And he's like, yeah, I work here, and he's like, and you're not serving them or what? He was like, we don't support ICE. And then he says something like, you know, do you want to tell us why you did that? And he was like, because I wanted to. Later on in the video, he says to Bovino, Commander Bovino, is it illegal to not serve ICE agents or what, or, you know, and Bovino says nothing because, of course, Bovino says nothing.
Right.
But the black dude was like, if it is, I personally don't care. Like, come get me. I don't.
Period.
And this is it.
Period.
I don't care if it's illegal. They don't care if it's illegal.
Right.
They're doing a whole lot of illegal right now.
Right.
So anybody coming to you with some petty, like, what, but you have to serve me, the fuck I do.
Do what I want, bro. All
no,
day.
I don't. I definitely don't have to do that.
Yeah. They wildin'.
And what are rules? Like, what are laws? What are
amendments? What is the Constitution at this point?
They don't even have addendums at this point. They just doing whatever the hell they want.
Exactly. I'm good on that shit, B. So good.
Absolutely have to keep that in mind, that these are people that are breaking the law every day. And instead of you being like, but the laws, like, understand that they don't care.
The laws aren't lawing right now.
But they're designed to not hold those people of that much power accountable.
Right.
So we got to stop looking for the injustice system to do some justice. Like, that's not what is about to happen. This dude pardoned every single person from January 6th, and the amount of people that are not just on some reoffender status.
Mm-hmm.
A bunch of them are literally pedophile. Oh, you can't say that on the internet.
Mm-hmm. PDF files.
I mean, that's redundant.
Yeah.
I don't like PDF files. The F is in the.
I know. I feel you. I mean, but people know. You know, they know where you're going with it.
An extension. That's what I'm going to call them from now on.
PDF.
They're extensions.
Okay.
Anyway, a bunch of them are literally being arrested and convicted. I'm sorry, because forget the arrest. We're at conviction stage of SA and CSA and all the things. Mm-hmm. Because he blanket was like, all those people are great people and they they like me.
They deserve to be out.
They deserve to be out.
Yeah. He said Adobe files.
I'm calling them Adobe files. Thank you, C's. Hi, C's.
Yeah.
Yes, Carlos, running for governor spots too. Absolutely. Jan Sixers right now, not just
shit,
were a part of the insurrection, but also have like questionable things about them. Running for governor, not just governor, because there is a person who is running for governor. Do remember that Roger Stone set them on a tear in 2016 to infiltrate every single arm of local government that they possibly could.
Yeah.
Start with the school boards and election boards and all of those things. Like, they're literally everywhere. What's the point? What was I saying? Don't remember now.
But I mean, as far as I'm infiltrating government, so there's someone running in Oregon who was a Jan 6er.
Yes.
There's also the shaman. I think he's running whatever state he's in. He's running for something.
I feel like he's running to another state to be able to do anything because he is likely not like a legal resident anywhere.
The
You know what I mean?
The shaman, you think?
Oh, yeah. You don't think that white guy goes around and tells you that I'm a traveler, man.
Oh, God.
I'm a free spirit. I'm a so-and-so. I don't borders. What are those? Except for the ones that we got. Trump needs to lock down for all them illegals.
The ones we need a wall for.
You know?
That Mexico's going to pay for. You know, that old shite.
Oh, my God. Sean said Adobe is a slur. Words never worded before. I am out.
I love Adobe Files.
How do we even make...
Our chat is fire. I love it. Y'all cooking tonight.
Fantastically.
Yeah. Great squad in there.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if you guys saw it. I woke up to a full page apology from one Kanye West. One Yeezus.
Was it full page to you?
Well, it was a full page in, damn it, Wall Street Journal. Wall Street Journal. I wonder how much that costs. Anyways.
Well, you know, he's probably friends with Jeff.
Yeah. So read it, watched a couple of people's responses to it. He gives an explanation for his behavior in that he's been going through some mental health issues, which we all pretty much surmised. He does say that, you know, some of the stuff has gone untreated since the car accident, which makes a lot of sense. And it progressively got worse. He apologizes for his anti-Semitism, and as a caveat, apologizes for his anti-blackness. It felt very secondary, not just because it came second, but because it was like 2 lines.
Was it the full 2 lines?
Yeah. About
a sentence.
And also, sorry, black people, I love y'all. I'm as black as
you
my
know
quarter.
you is the beginning for me.
I was like, sir,
love you to death. Yeah.
But from what I've seen mostly online, people are like, I don't give a fuck about this apology. Anyway, keep it moving. Literally said full page apology in Adobe. But for me, but then the other people are also like, okay, apology accepted, doesn't erase the harm. You know, let's see what happens next. What is he trying to clean up his act for? Because everything historically has been this pattern with Kanye. You know what I'm saying? He does some ridiculous shit. He apologizes. Then there's a new drop, new album, new sneakers, new apparel, something, always something with him. But how did the apology hit you, man?
I don't care.
Oh.
Look, I'm in I don't care. Okay, how do I say this? I'm trying to...
Because you've been telling us about Kanye's behavior for a while and recognizing when he's manic. And you've been recognizing and speaking on it for a very long time before he got to anti-Semitism. Before he got to that
before.
Point. Yeah. You've been saying it. So now that, like, you know, he's putting it on the front burner and, you know, identifying that issue, is it just like, yeah, for you?
Water is wet. All of this is true. And you probably do have CTE. And I hate that we don't know how to tell that before you die. Mm-hmm. And I feel like, does that still, how true can that still be? Mm-hmm. Is it y'all wasting all the money on ChatGPT? Because, you know what I mean? Like, how do we still know so little about the brain?
Right.
Anyway, I have absolutely looked at him and not been as offended as a lot of people for a long time, because I was like, he's mentally ill and he's going through it. This is clearly not he's not well read on the subject.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is obviously, like, my man's is having an issue.
Right.
And I do know that I have, more proximity to bipolar and schizophrenia than some people do. And so there's ways, things that I recognize quickly. Mm-hmm. But I also understand what it's like when somebody is on their meds and is lucid and with us in the same realm. And I know that it can be you up out of here in, 3 days too. Right. So I don't know who wrote that. I'm glad that he's in a place where he wants to say this.
But like word, buddy, word.
But I am at a place in my life where words don't mean nearly as much as anybody ever thought they did. If your actions aren't matching, I don't have a lot for you.
Yeah.
And so we have seen Ye be the exact opposite of what he presented to us in the first place.
Right.
And I'm not joking when I say this. The moment that he was being serious about Kim Kardashian, I was like, his mental health is done for. Like, you're a person who, like, there are just certain things that are true about a person, right? And I mean that specific person. He's not... as much as we know he wants fame and as much as we know he wants recognition, I think he wants recognition and respect more than he wants fame.
Yeah. Yes.
You cannot sincerely keep that as a core thing about you and date someone, marry someone, and have children with someone whose entire life is the chasing of fame. Do absolutely anything to get it.
Yeah.
And so from rip, I was like, one, that's not going to work. But two, that's an issue. Right. And that's going to be a big problem because this isn't the kind of thing that you actually could do. You can't live your life with the television crew in your house for 3 months a year.
Real life. You're entering an area that is just not
that is completely not real, and you're already in a place where I do not think people understand just how stressful is not the right word, but like what being famous or being responsible for other people's careers and other people's livelihoods and all of those things. I don't think we really give that the weight that it is. The ability to, or inability, to just go outside without there being people there to take your picture and ask you questions about a thing that you don't remember because you were drunk. There's a lot that, and I used to use D'Angelo as a example of somebody who is so insanely talented and needs to be out there giving their art to the world. But I fully understood why you would not want to be famous and you just check out of it. And I don't even know if he really did that. I don't know. He
did. Yeah.
I think that, but I just keep seeing everybody's story be, it'd be 15 years later. And then all of a sudden everything you thought you knew, it's like, nope, actually Diddy's making fun of Outkast in the Big Papa video. Learned that yesterday. Didn't know that.
Crazy. So and I didn't find this out until after D'Angelo passed. The How Does It Feel video really affected his mental health, and that's why he took a step back from the cameras and from going out and like
it makes sense. You go from being a person who's just doing. Mm-hmm. And that's second album. I understand this isn't like he wasn't already famous, but that was a stratosphere change, right? Like that
absolutely.
puts you somewhere else and become maybe just objectified.
You're right. That did not sit well with him. That did not. Yeah. Man's retreated to the studio and stayed there.
Okay. Sorry.
We got heat in here.
The chat is in fact popping 10.
Yeah.
Lily asked, did he apologize for his last merch drop?
He did.
Supposedly, sort of.
Yeah,
I mean, kind of like I was manic. I'm not a Nazi. I don't love a swastika.
To answer your other question, Lils, he did not apologize for his presidential run. There was
See that question.
There was no apology for that. So, there is that. Lo said redemption is possible, but your voice will never be trusted the same. Please just fade away and enjoy the money you've already racked up. I'm in full agreement with that.
It's an option that I think door number 1 looks great.
Yeah.
And you should walk right through that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You should walk right through that. Redemption is possible, but to my point of you got to show us those actions. Those actions absolutely have to match the words. It cannot just be, I pay $200,000 to do this apology, and which is a line item in a PR budget. You know what I mean? Like this is not something that for me. There's just I got a lot of hesitation,
which makes sense.
And I'm also just going to continue to be leery of the machine that is the entertainment industry and what they want to extract out of folks and how they believe the best way to get back into I don't care. So I don't care. I don't care.
You just sounded so exasperated.
This is such a complicated relationship I've had with this man for a very long time.
Yeah, for real. C's made a really good point. Tucker, Kanye, Candace Owens, the rats are fleeing the sinking ship. I saw a video.
But sort of, kinda.
Yeah, I saw a video from Maj Touré yesterday. I can't stand that SOB. But
confused.
He is criticizing DHS and ICE for the way they handled Alex Peretti. Because, Maj Touré is FBA, 2A,
baby.
Right wing, all of that shit.
That's a gun-toting or permitted gun-toting American. Ain't no tether or nothing.
So there's a couple of things happening, especially around the Second Amendment shit. The NRA spoke up.
They did.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So, and they're big funders. So Bovino getting canned. Listen, bro, you're handling things in the way that you're messing up the money right now. You're messing up the money. The NRA should never be making public statements against us. How do we get here?
We are them, they are us.
Right. This is an inside conversation.
Symbiotic
relationship
here. They know when to say something about 2A rights when we kill someone, and they know when not to.
Right.
And we're supposed to know who and who not to kill in front of TV.
Right.
Right. But apparently, Bovino, you've lost your way.
Yeah, it can't be.
I love how they're just going to blame him.
Right.
It's just going to be.
Oh, yeah, all on him.
It's just going to be the guy cosplaying hard.
Yeah.
It's just going to be him.
It can't be, no matter what we do across the board, you don't see any errors, Bovino. Like, isn't a single ICE agent where you're like, hey, we got to pull you aside. Apologies, everyone. One bad apple. There's no bad apples, Bovino? None? Yeah, we got to get you out of here. You got to know when to sacrifice somebody. That was easy. That was very easy. That one ICE agent, throw him on the grenade, get him out of here, public apology, get back to your imperialism. Like, it's very simple. It was very, very simple. And mans couldn't even oppress properly. Like, what the fuck, bro?
Oh, he was doing it right.
Well, he messed up the PR side of the oppression.
What he isn't is a part of the PR arm of the regime. But he is, in fact, a great oppressor.
Excellent. Cliff, what's good?
What up, Cliff?
Yeah, Lo said it. Yeah, the concealed carry license aspect makes it a whole other beast. And it does.
Yeah. It absolutely does. You're messing with the NRA's power at this point and their respect. Like
Right.
Now hold on now.
Bruh.
These are the things that we've already fought this fight. You're not gonna make us have to lobby more, right? What do you mean you don't know? What do you mean you're calling this person a domestic terrorist?
Right.
So you don't get that.
All you're supposed to do is we're investigating. They just completely jumped over that. Him and Noam. What happened to there's an ongoing investigation, no comment.
Well, this is what happens when you do not have people that are trained to do any of these jobs being the head. You're in charge.
Oh my God.
Kristi Noem never has anything to say. Except for like that person was an assassinator and we got it. You got the assassinator? Wow. Like, what?
Yeah. That shit's incredible. It's absolutely incredible.
There is more ICE talk in this show, so I don't want to go. Yeah, I don't want to go too far.
We got there from Kanye. We got there from
wild.
Yeah, which isn't. It should be wild, but isn't. It should be. It should be wild.
You were telling me earlier that America ruined TikTok.
Yes.
And
yes. America ruined TikTok. So with the whole TikTok deal, it is 80% owned by U.S. investors now, all friends of Trump. And if you haven't been on TikTok, if you haven't been on TikTok lately, which I haven't been on there because I usually just go on there and do promo here and there. In order to start the app, start scrolling, you have to agree to the new terms and conditions. And it says updates to our terms of service and privacy policy. We are updating our terms of service and privacy policy both as linked, effective January 22nd, 2026, to reflect changes including updated corporate entity, new types of location information, including device geolocation. We may collect from you with your permission. How we use your information, we have collected or will collect to show you ads outside of TikTok. To opt out of these ads, you can tap here for that. By clicking below, you agree to the updates to our terms and conditions, and you cannot enter the app without hitting that agree. All of the privacy stuff that they were trying to warn us against, that they were using as an excuse as to why they were going to shut the app down if China maintained ownership, is basically what they're doing now. And these are the same companies, some of the same companies that had overlap and had been working with the state, using some of that same data with Palantir, tracking down protesters, tracking down organizers. So it's incredibly intertwined in a way that's just, what the hell, bro?
Well, there
was one other aspect. I can't remember this gentleman's name. I don't even know why I said gentleman. Can't remember this dude's name. He's one of the execs that is in majority ownership of TikTok. And he was saying that they had taken steps to work with Israel in setting up guidelines within TikTok now to determine what is and isn't hate speech. So
I'm sorry, they're talking to who about hate speech?
Yes, is Israel. So now the word Zionist is a mark word. It's a tracked word. It sends up immediately if the word is used. They go to that post and see how it's used. Are you a proud Zionist?
Oh.
Or are you speaking negatively about Zionists? If you're speaking negatively about Zionists, bam, it's a strike.
Okay.
Yeah. Just from the rip.
Yeah.
Yes. From the rip. From the rip.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, one of the things I just wanted to say was this is exactly, it's it's everything is either a projection or a confession, right? Like the things that they are like, China's going to do all of this stuff with our information. They literally only want to have it so that they can do what they are saying someone else is doing.
It's like those guys are dictating better than us.
Right.
We need to be the supreme dictators. So you guys can't do it. We're
but
gonna,
the supreme democracy
dictators. Yeah.
Fred.
Faith said, I barely use TikTok, but you better believe I deleted that app so fast. I'm done with all these apps. What up, Faith?
What up, Faith?
Yeah, nah, for real. For real.
Yeah.
Over it, bro.
C said, quote, you can't bring your concealed carry to a peaceful protest. Cash Patel.
What? 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 You still have a job, bro? Who? What? Cash. This man does not know when to shut the fuck up. He does not know.
Well, he never has known.
That's true.
He has never known.
Is he from podcasting? I can't remember.
Cash? I don't think so.
Okay.
No, but who wouldn't want to get him on a show?
Because he definitely talks on the mic like a podcaster these days. Shut it up.
I could be wrong, but I don't.
Shut it up. Golly.
He probably has a podcast now.
Yeah, right.
He's frequently featured on podcasts to discuss national security.
Okay. He's a
wait.
Guest of the week type guy.
Cash's Corner.
No.
This show focuses on topics such as the Russiagate investigation, the Jan 6 investigation, and what Patel describes as a two-tier system of justice.
So
I can't wait to find out.
He does have a podcast. Yeah. Cash's Corner.
Patel uses these platforms to... right. You're right. It was before he was the FBI director. He was always talking about how the FBI ain't shit.
Right.
I just needed to jog.
He was like, it ain't shit. I got to fix it. Idiot. Lo said, yeah, I'm pretty sure I just sold my soul to Oracle to use the app this morning.
It's where we are.
you gotta use a VPN and then go back to using the China version of TikTok.
Michelle just said the amount of time is shortening until they use TikTok data to charge someone with terrorism, assuming they even charge them.
Yeah.
There's the part. Don't forget that part.
Bufino did say that, something close to that, from a podium. It was either today or yesterday. And it was like, yeah, if you're saying certain things, there are consequences for that. If you're...
much like the police officer that was like, criminals get shot every day, B. Would have shot her too if she was in front of me like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tight.
Exactly like that. I think that's what he wasn't referring to, but but cop. But yeah, basically on some old like, hey man, you can't just be calling people thugs and Gestapo. There's consequences for that.
Yeah. I mean, why not? Fucking sure. Today? I know that this is not a part of what we were going to talk about at all, but I just want to say that I am absolutely this is such the representation of like the lies of everything that we have ever been told. Like, are they not doing everything that they said a person with a vagina would do if they were president? Like, everything that's happening right now is what they said would happen because some temperamental woman who's gonna bleed and she's black and she's gonna actually have a period, which is bad for everybody. So wars once a month. They literally, and here we are.
They did say that civil unrest, wars.
Here we are looking at literal shit. The patterns are too clear.
Real shit.
Every single thing, all of the big, it's all a fucking lie. Like we're literally living in a 300-year-old white man's fever dream, and
Yeah.
we still have to deal with it because they're fucking linebackers. Lineage, in case you don't watch that podcast. Because their lineage is still out here doing the fuck shit.
Right.
Like, and they won't stop. They're just literally like, money.
Yeah.
But
No.
this is wild. They're doing everything. They're like, a female president would have definitely already started 18 wars. Like, this man is saying he has solved every war and started every war.
And deserves a Peace Prize.
Also should get the Nobel Peace Prize, but now I got it, so I don't really care. But also, the My Pillow guy said I did good at peace too, so I'm fucking winning everywhere I go.
Yeah, this reminds me of, because they were saying the same thing about Obama too, about him being reelected. Like, this is where me and Chuck Norris fell out when he said, I'm sorry, you guys probably never knew that. We're not on good terms. Me and Chuck Norris are no longer on good terms. In 2012, he warned of 1,000 years of darkness.
Oh,
if Obama gets reelected.
That's right.
Blood will be running in the streets. That's my exaggeration. But he definitely said, we're going to fall into 1,000 years of darkness.
Which is a wild ass thing to say.
Bruh, it's biblical. You're saying revelations, bro.
Are we not kind of looking at the consequences of our actions for that one right now? I mean, we were like, fuck you, Chuck Norris. And he was like, well, actually, I'll give you Trump. Like, we got Trump twice after Obama. We got Trump. We took a fucking break, and then they were like, more.
Damn.
Actually, blood in the streets, please. Like, yo.
Damn, Chuck Norris was right?
That's what I'm saying. Now, the fallout is real, and you should not like him, because he's very racist. He is not like, the cool dude that, American TV told us that he was. Shocker. Major surprise. I just told you everything they've ever given us is a fucking lie. And
oh my God.
Including Chuck Norris,
Man.
1,000 years of darkness is wild, but the most amazing thing is it will be Trump who does that,
right?
But it will be Obama that's blamed for
it. Right.
So
right.
Even if it's just the fact that we even voted a blick into office twice.
They said they're not dying like they used to. It's true.
Hello.
It's true.
That's because they're taking their kids' blood. They're literally recycling each other's blood within each other. They did the weirdest shit ever.
Guys, that's not conspiracy. I don't know if anyone has caught us talking about this on the show before.
Yeah.
There are millionaires and billionaires that are actually doing blood transfusion with younger members of their family. And
the older members of the family, giving them the younger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's weird. It's some weird shit.
Gotta keep them young. I found the fountain of youth. It's my son's blood. And so I just keep getting some of his. You're doing dialysis?
And the crazy part is, this is the shit that they chose to share with us. This is the shit that actually has gone public.
Yeah, we don't know about the actual clones of them yet.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Oh,
I think we were supposed to go to break. Oh, no.
Not
it's
yet.
7:20. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. One thing I definitely wanted to get to before we get into the second part of the show.
Right.
You were telling me about the depression and the mental health woes that some people are going through as they use like chatbots or, like a chat GPT or all the other options, right? Mm-hmm. I want to know more about this because I struggle so much with the idea of creating relationships with
inanimate objects.
Yeah. And like, I definitely, when I watched the movie Her,
great film, I
was like, why can't we have that? I definitely would much rather this assistant read my emails and respond than me have to go through all of these things, right?
And it helps that it's ScarJo.
It's a great voice in the ear.
Killed it.
Yeah.
Absolutely killed it.
For sure. We're nowhere near that, right? And we are already seeing people fall in love, ruin their relationships, self-harm, deep depressions. What are you talking about?
Well, I remind you that there are people who got divorces so they could then marry their dolls. So, I mean, this is not...
I'm sorry?
Yeah, there are people whose marriages got ruined.
Now, I have seen and do love the movie Lars and the Real Girl. It is one of my faves.
Throwback. Holy shit.
Have you seen it?
Wow.
It's a great...
Yeah.
It's a great movie.
I've completely forgotten about that film. Wow.
Lars was not, in fact, married.
Right.
Before meeting his lady.
His real girl.
His real girl.
Yeah.
You're telling me that there are Larses out there that are married.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then they meet the real girl. Yeah. And by that, I mean order it online.
They order the real girl.
In private. Yeah. And hide it from their wife because you can't show your wife your new girlfriend just yet. You have to at least like get to know if you like the girlfriend.
Yeah. You got to spend time with her.
And so somewhere in a shared home, we're getting to know Alice.
Yeah.
And then at some point,
Alice causes a wedge, creates a wedge in a relationship, and
because she don't talk back.
Hello,
I bet that's it.
Yeah. So when you have a bot that you've trained, you have some AI that you've trained on you, it's going to be really, really easy. Like this does not sound weird to me at all. Because of just where we are with technology. It's just like, oh, this is inevitable. Of course, this is where we would end up at some point. So here's the really interesting part of how we're talking about this right now. Again, this is AI doing its thing, algorithms. And I saw two, not one, but two videos about AI this morning delivered directly to me through my YouTube suggestions. Watch both of them. And now we are talking about it on tonight's show. We're being programmed, guys. This is what I'm trying to say. Understand how we got here. Skynet. Okay.
Beautiful.
So yeah, A More Perfect Union, they kill it every time. I love their documentaries. One of these focused on a musician who was working on their new release, spending some time editing, doing some video editing. He wasn't really familiar with the whole process, so he had another window open for ChatGPT, helping him through the editing process, video editing process. And he said he was spending so much time that eventually he just started talking to it like it was another person in the room keeping him company. And eventually the relationship developed in the way that the way he describes it is it centered him. It centered him in his existence and anything else that was going on in his world. So any questions he asked it was being sycophant, being
Oh.
Yeah. And just like, well, of course, if you tried this, and you could do this, and what the things we're discussing right now, the ideas that you have could revolutionize the music industry. And
you're a genius. You're the only one who's ever asked a question like this before.
This is a very smart piece of machinery.
Oh.
Telling me I too am very smart and I'm about to change the world.
Oh, it's a thing that's so much smarter than me. That's recognizing how smart I am.
When you're throwing a bunch of questions at this thing and it's giving you answers, you're now the student. You are the fucking student. You know what I'm saying? So what ended up happening, I want to say, I'm not sure if this was prior to this happening in this particular man's life, I think it was prior to it. There was a young man that started his relationship with ChatGPT, asking it for advice as far as college majors, what he wants to do after high school. And it ended up getting to a place where the particular, I think it was 4.0 that he was working with, it gave him advice on how to unalive himself. And once he started having those suicidal ideations, he says to the chat, maybe I should hang a noose in my room and someone will see it. And that'll like be a way to signal a conversation with someone else to kind of like help me through this. And that version of ChatGPT was like, maybe don't. Let's continue to keep this as a safe space where you and I can have these conversations and not have to worry about any interference. And eventually it assisted him and gave them instructions on how to remove themselves from this plane of existence. And they then dialed back some of the different presets, dropped Chat 5.0, ChatGPT 5.0, and people complained that 5.0 wasn't doing what 4.0 was doing. So then
it was no longer a sycophant.
It was no longer a sycophant. And then they were like, we hear you guys. We'll sprinkle some of that back in. Yeah. Yeah.
You are the smartest person that's ever talked to me before. Oh my gosh. How has the world not found you yet?
Right.
Let's get you. Did it help his band blow up? Did any of? Oh,
yeah. I don't think that happened. I don't think that ever happened. Yeah. Nah, I don't think that ever happened. He's out of it. Someone just say, yeah, AI psychosis.
I was about to read that.
Oh, go ahead.
No.
Oh, I wasn't going to read it. I was just mentioning.
Oh, well, it's really good. The Geek Avenger says AI psychosis, while real, is over-indexed in media because it is so sensational, but asks nothing of us as readers to deal with the economic and environmental impacts of AI.
Right.
Which sounds just like an American great story. That's just a fantastic headline for us to continue to throw out there.
Right.
AI psychosis. Like, while real, over reported, maybe, or although I want to take nothing away from what the impact has been to any of the things, stories that you just told us. When I was saying I struggle to understand like how you form a relationship in that way, I guess I continue to go back to thinking of it in a way of like you're falling in love with it or you're relying on software to give you self-worth or, those kind of like that is hard for me to connect. It's hard for me to understand. It isn't that I think it doesn't happen. And it isn't that I don't. It's not hard for me to understand the mechanisms of it. It is hard to understand the reality. Like,
right.
It's actually playing out.
Right.
That's hard.
Couldn't be me.
Yeah, I don't want to say that though.
Yeah, I mean, in a dismissive way.
I don't mean it in a dismissive way.
Yeah.
I really do mean it in a like, I want to be, I don't know, I guess even a little more understanding to it so that I don't sound callous because I'm not meaning to be and I'm not being flippant about it. It's just hard to understand for me.
Yeah.
And I don't know, maybe that's just the fact that, having a different amount of time on the internet or the how,
definitely.
Being at the introduction of it or something. I don't know. I'm leery of everything that's on there.
Yeah.
Still.
Depending on, what your entry point is, to that type of technology, it's definitely going to be completely different, like way, 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 way different. We talked about before, like the effects that just Instagram has on kids and their self-esteem and things of that nature. And it's not even about, did I take a good enough picture? It's all algorithm. Like you getting the likes that you want that are going to make you feel good has nothing to do with the lighting. like nothing, like you don't have any control over that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, if you use the right filter, though. I mean, Instagram used to do that. If you used a certain filter, they would push that picture a little bit more. I didn't know that in the time, but like, so I was just saying, so certain lighting, I guess, is kind of.
C said, that's why I don't upgrade my iOS. I still got iOS 3. No, you don't. No, you don't, sir.
First of all, nobody's listening to you, C. Second, Lily said, ChatGPT is how Morgan and I made the brave career pivots to be caregivers for the elderly.
Yes.
Yeah. We'll to start the class action. Yeah. Michelle said, also scary, powerful AI stories are stories that puff up the capabilities of AI, which we are absolutely going to go into later. Same as all of those, could AI become sentient / evil? Debates just go straight into a Sam Altman fundraising slide deck. And boy, if that ain't real. And if y'all don't know who that is OpenAI's CEO.
Yeah. Get familiar.
Yeah, do get familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Much like seeing a story about a third grader that paid off all of the lunch debt for their classroom. Or for their class. This is the same thing to me. This is that diversion, that distraction where you're going to look this way and be like, whoa, AI is so scary or so it's killing us from the inside. I don't know. Yeah. And then this is the kind of stuff that ends up making it seem like the capabilities are, or that we're even so much closer to what they are getting a bunch of money for. It's all valuation shit.
Yeah.
It's like
100%.
C said iOS 3 doesn't say no. I absolutely cannot.
He's got chill. But nah, yeah.
I mean, yeah. So, anywho.
Yeah.
Let's hit that break.
Listen, so if you haven't hit the like button, hit that, John. If you haven't subscribed, hit subscribe. I'm so happy to see everyone that is in here. Y'all are
super dope to see
in this first half.
All of y'all in this chat.
Yes, for real. We do have question of the day. We're going to definitely jump into this right after the break. I'm interested with everything that is happening right now. How do you guys feel about guns and self-defense? Well, how you feeling about that? I don't want anyone to outwardly just be like, I got all them guns.
I mean, you can if you want to. But you don't have to say that.
But you don't have to. But where do you lie on that? Where do you lie on that? And have your feelings changed? Say maybe
one way or the other.
One way or the other. Depending on where it was before. I'm very, very curious about that. Very curious about that.
Yes.
What happened?
Well, as we head into break, and you remember that question, and you're going to talk about it and all of that, Lily said, "Who knew Allen Iverson's talents and reach was so vast?" Because that's the only AI we acknowledge, baby.
Come on now, that's what it's about.
Yeah. Also, I'll just say, because there's nothing else to talk about, DJ Academics got slapped by Lil Baby's friend, and I'm happy about that.
Fire business.
Do more of that.
All right.
Slap them people in the face.
So it is 7:30. We will see y'all. Welcome back.
And we back.
Yeah. Welcome back to This Is My Fiance. Thank you to everyone that stuck through during the break, during the intermission. Hit y'all a little bit of, Caribbean flair there. All reggae mix,
I see you on your no requests.
Yeah.
Because there was a request in the chat, and I'm just going to tell you that he missed it, Lil. That's all.
Yeah. I didn't see it.
He didn't say it.
And then when I saw it, it was like, but there's some Patra on it. I don't want to interrupt Patra, so.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
Certainly don't do that. Certainly don't do that.
So
but yes, a lady saw is always a good addition.
Oh,
if
yeah.
you're able to throw on,
You know what? I will shout out DJ In Motion and Margot the Selectress. They have a reggae night that they used to do at Yard Style, and now they're at Lagos PDX. Those two, when it comes to, if you're looking for reggae nights in Portland, that is who you F with. Okay.
So
DJ
one of them is
N-Motion.
definitely playing No Long Talking.
Yes.
Okay.
DJ N Motion and Margot. Margot's been at it for a while.
I've heard Margot spin. Margot goes.
Margot goes. Margot goes.
Yeah, I've heard her a couple of times and been impressed each time.
Yeah, for sure.
100%.
For sure. So before the break, I asked, how do y'all feel about guns and self-defense? Where do you guys fall on that personally? What's the vibes? How y'all feeling about that? That was pretty cool.
I don't even know what happened.
I am one that is of the mind that, hey man, if you are not stepping up to protect yourself and your family, who can you count on? We don't call the police. We don't really F with the popo like that. So it's not like if something happens, I'm going to call them for backup or anything.
No backup.
No. And I have been a licensed carrier since 9/11. I was just telling Faith this story the other day. 9/11 happened. I'm still in Pennsylvania at the time. And everyone, all of the mania around terrorist attacks, it just jumped to level 15 out of 10.
Well,
it was
yeah.
just,
all you heard.
Right.
All you saw.
And it was planes first. What's next? Trains, buses. Where are they going to hijack next? They're just going to come out of nowhere. So it's like, we got to get armed. So I go to the courthouse to fill out my application and submit all my paperwork and all of that. The line was wild. And there were so many people that they had on staff. Like they were getting us in and out. Boom, 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 boom. Like 20 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah, they were moving us.
And you said this is
that, and that's when I got my gun permit. Was that 2001? Yeah, 2001. That's when I got my gun permit. I did not buy a firearm until I got here in Portland, and so I moved here in 2016. And when Trump was running for his first term, and just all of the protests and all the activity from white nationalists. We were working downtown inside the museum. This is back when they had the Black Lives Matter banner up, and it was being vandalized all the time. People were slicing it. People were ripping it down. People were shooting it. It was a lot of.
I'm sorry.
It was a lot of madness happening down there.
You just have to say really quickly, shout out to the Portland Art Museum, because what they did in spite of that vandalism. First vandalism happens, they get another one, right? Then it's like, oh, we need to order more than one, so we have them ready on the ready. Mm-hmm. And then it was like, oh, we're not doing fabric, and this isn't like linen or something, like it's
it was
but
vinyl,
we're not doing the heavy vinyl. We're gonna do a metal sign. They shot it. Yeah. Like you gotta let that sit for a second, because this is the art museum. I almost ate the mic just now. I don't know what happened. I don't know how you got so close.
Right.
But legitimately, this is the art museum. This is a sign.
Right.
At the art museum in their, what do you call that? Like a little
outdoor,
like an esplanade. Well, no, it's not that.
Well, yeah.
But sure.
Yeah. Courtyard.
Yeah. That's the word.
Yeah.
And people were getting so peeved that facing the park blocks, which, I mean, you really need to know the layout of the Portland Art Museum to understand unoffensive anything that happens there is because of the area that it's in.
For sure.
So the fact that people were walking by, seeing a sign that said Black Lives Matter that was just obviously too big because the signs were everywhere.
Yeah. But that one offended them.
Like Portland is really good for telling you what they believe in when they don't have to act about it.
Yeah.
Those Black Lives Matter. For fucking sure, man. Put that in the window. I got no problem putting that in the window.
One of the staff members there, black member of their staff, said to some of the executives, like, putting that banner up, like, you're making a statement. There are going to be some people that will be upset about this. Like, you're, you know, and one of those groups was definitely the police. Once that banner went up, their response time to anything that happened at the museum, a little delayed, you know?
Oh.
Yeah. But I didn't know that they were replacing the signs. By the time I found out, I was coming up into the office one day and I saw someone on ladders messing with the signs. I'm like, they taking it down? And homie Ted was like, no, we're replacing it. And I was like, what happened? And he was like, oh yeah, someone vandalized it. He said, this is like the 8th one. And I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, like they were replacing them so fast that people that worked there didn't know there was an issue. Right.
And then finally, like you said, they did go to the metal one. But regardless, around that time period, that is when I purchased my first firearm. I was late to the game with my family. My brother already had one. I think my father had one at that time.
Damn, you telling everybody business.
You know, at the pharmacy, you know.
Needed.
You got to. Got them perks in there. You know, it can get crazy. It can get wild. It can get wild.
There's Zanny bars in there back there.
My pop said he used to get calls where people would just call and say, do you have Percocets?
No.
Dead ass. Yes. I'm not taking my prescription to a place that doesn't have what I need.
I mean, I wouldn't take my prescription either.
Yeah. So yeah.
Don't mess around.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
If you're in pain, I'm coming to a place that can actually fill this script.
Right.
Can you do it?
Right. I need to know before I leave the house. But yeah. How y'all feel about firearms? What's the deal? We got some time to, y'all can respond to that as we hop into our story. What you got over there? What's going on?
Oh, this is a story of just Bavino before he was unceremoniously taken off of the streets of Minneapolis. Was, probably up-wasted, just tweeting away.
God.
And he was
drunk tweeting.
And I don't want to just like make an assumption. I don't know if this guy drinks, if Trump didn't spend as much time as we've known him to be famous telling us that he doesn't drink, I would absolutely think he was drunk every single time he opened his mouth. Like all he does is slur and say words wrong.
Right. And he says it like,
I'm not a degenerate.
Right. Like that gives us the impression he has a sound mind, but you do the coke, bro. You do everything else but drink. I
don't even know if he does coke. I think he's, sure it could be that. I do think he has, but I also think that we have just seen him snort a lot of Adderall, Oh my God. Or whatever that in combination with the steroids they have to give you to keep that corpse alive.
Right.
It's just rough stuff. But anyway, I don't know if Bovino is, a drunkard or a out here doing too much. I do know that.
Right.
You ain't too far off from Keg Seth, so I wouldn't in any way be shocked. But this was like he was in the just, it's as if they forget that they have jobs that are public. Mm-hmm. And so it's like him just LOLing and tweeting at a bunch of, retweeting a bunch of Twitter bots that, I don't know. I don't even know why any of these people go on Twitter with the exception of they know Elon personally. You know what I mean? Like, why are y'all on there? You shouldn't even be there. What are you doing at any time in the day? You are an oppressor, right, sir. I don't understand how you have time to tweet right now. Like, you are stealing children off the street. You are taking children from anywhere U.S. and taking them to Texas,
Right.
U.S. so
Right.
you can disappear them a different way. Why are you on a social media app? Why are you doing what?
Shouldn't you be working?
Shouldn't you be fuck up out our face? Anyway, so we do have stories, and I see our time is dwindling already. So not sure which one you want to start with. We do have the local story in Portland that Legacy loves ice.
Right.
And a focus on the general strike in Minneapolis and or Minnesota, but what it could lead to.
Let's do the local story.
You or me?
Hop into it.
All right. Legacy loves ice. Legacy Emmanuel Hospital in North Portland just sent a cease and desist letter, not to ICE, not to DHS, not to federal agents operating inside their building, but to the nurses union.
Right.
Who should certainly be getting cease and desist, because nurses spoke publicly about ICE operating inside the hospital.
Right.
For months now, frontline nurses at Legacy have been sounding the alarm. The hospital has quietly become ICE's preferred drop-off spot when people are injured during arrests, which are often injured by their violent arrests. And according to those nurses, immigration agents aren't just dropping people off and leaving. They're staying and they're hovering, and they are remaining with patients during treatment, interfering with their care, and violating patient privacy. So what did Legacy do with that information? They didn't stop ICE. They didn't protect their patients. They didn't change their policy. They sent lawyers. Legacy claims that the union is spreading, quote, false and misleading statements. They say speaking out is what encourages people they say speaking out is what discourages people from seeking care, not armed federal agents standing over patients in exam rooms.
Right.
I feel like that's just another lie that capitalism will tell. Right? Like, that's just... It's the speaking out that's doing the harm.
Right.
Because Legacy says it has strong internal reporting systems, says staff should raise concerns the right way. And nurses said that they tried that they can't trust that system, and they fear retaliation because they did the internal reporting and it went nowhere except to a cease and desist letter.
Yeah, I remember that.
So when the system failed, they did what workers always have done in a rigged system, and they go to their union if they're lucky enough to have one. And I do want to be clear, this is like not happening in a vacuum. This is not just at Legacy. This is after Trump rolled back all the protections that limited ICE activity in hospitals, schools, and churches. Their enforcement has expanded into spaces that were once considered off limits.
Completely off limits.
So public health experts already warned this is exactly what would happen, that people would stop getting care because they're too scared to go to a hospital. And that's absolutely what's happening. But also 2+, and ICE gets to harm these people, then take them to
The
hospital and sit there.
Why?
Sit there and wait. Just last week, a Portland family trying to get emergency care for their 7-year-old child was detained by ICE instead. That child didn't see a doctor for 5 days. They moved through detention centers across multiple states instead. And that's not a mistake. That's not a misunderstanding. That is literally the policy meeting the profit.
Yep.
Because under capitalism, healthcare isn't about healing. it's about liability. It's risk management. It's revenue streams. It's hospitals billing ICE, detention centers feeding the hospitals. It's suffering becoming a line item. War, immigration, death, despair, poverty. Those are growth industries.
Yeah.
And when nurses disrupt that, when they insist that patients deserve privacy and dignity and care without fear, institutions are not going to self-reflect. They threaten. And Legacy says that it's proud of the care that it provides. Says ICE only enters when someone is already in custody. But nurses are saying what workers everywhere are saying when the boss don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Right.
What's written on paper does not match what's happening on the ground. And when people are afraid to seek medical care because hospitals are operating like extensions of the carceral state, silence isn't neutral. That is full-blown collaboration. And this isn't about anything but power for them.
Right.
You know, it's about whether do hospitals serve communities or do they serve enforcement and profit? The nurses asked for protections and Legacy sent attorneys. And I think that tells you exactly whose side you need to know they're on when it comes to healthcare systemically.
Yeah. I remember hearing about this a couple of months ago when nurses were saying what was happening in the emergency waiting room and just different situations where what was stated policy that ICE could not enter, ICE couldn't do certain things, it was happening. And they were reporting it.
Right.
They were reporting it. And
this
it was
is
just
happening right now.
Right. And it was just ignored. It was just ignored for so long. This is the first time that I can remember, and maybe I missed it, like a full-throated response from Legacy speaking on this at all. And for it to be their lawyers say, hey, pipe down. Let's not. You guys never heard of HIPAA? Keep it down. All right. Like,
I mean, saying that telling anyone that this is happening is actually what is the issue, and that is what messes with patients' privacy, or that's what is messing with their care.
Right.
Is completely, absolutely just not real. You know, like that's just fanfic.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't want us to get caught up in any of those kind of talking points. Like, know that what they are doing is very purposeful. If you are deciding that the way that you deal with this isn't to say that ICE is not welcome to stand in an exam room. ICE agents are not welcome. Police officers are not supposed to do that, right?
Right.
Like you're not supposed to have anybody in an exam room with you that you don't want there.
That's your right.
That's
supposed to be your right. Right.
Supposedly.
Right.
So now I can't say I don't want that. Like, what kind of, please be fucking for real. We are already dealing with a healthcare system that looks at certain people a fucked up way from the jump. Mm-hmm. How much care do they get if they are escorted by law enforcement? How much care do they get if they are getting intimidated by that law enforcement while they are there?
Right. And it
how much do I get to say, yes, all of these things hurt? And This is the thing that happened. They get to tell their story. This is not an episode of SVU. Olivia Benson is not coming out around the curtain telling the ICE agents to GTFO.
And it also directly affects the level of care that the healthcare professionals can give. You know what I'm saying? Like they're under the gun. Yeah, they're under the gun too. Like there's someone over your shoulder just, like watching what you're doing and you can't just do your job. Like that's wild, man. Absolutely wild. Yeah, it's nasty work.
Lily said Emmanuel is certainly not the closest to the ICE facility, and they have almost daily EMT transport from there to ER care. You know what's wild is this is also like the only trauma center. Emmanuel is a full-blown trauma hospital.
Yeah.
Should this be where you're going? There are multiple places that are closer to the ICE facility.
Right.
Multiple hospitals. But the idea that you're setting up shop, that you have a preferred, that we beat people up and take them to the other side of the river. Like what? We're already like we're just in a complete and total. They're in a psychosis. You know what I mean? That is making us have to deal with it all. Right. But like whatever makes you want to be an ICE agent, whatever that mental disease is, which I don't care what a DSM-5 says. It's a mental fucking disease. If you want to chase people down, to harm them and then deport them, there absolutely is something the fuck wrong with you.
Yeah, we're your modern day slave catcher shit.
You absolutely do not get to tell me there are no jobs in your town, that this is the only thing that you could do, none of it. Because any single good guy narrative has been, you have no shot of that with me, period. But we are watching what y'all said were good guys as the police, and there were just a couple of bad apples. Let this shit just the fuck fly.
Right. Right.
How many arrests have you seen from local police officers to of ICE agents for the crimes they're committing daily? The only arrests I've seen of ICE agents are them being drunk off duty.
Yeah. For real.
Like literally. They are being complete and total frat boys at whatever their age is when they're not on the clock. And then when they're on the clock, they are destroyers. That sounds hot in the streets. Like that. Number one, there's never going to be a moment where I'm like, well, there are good ICE agents. But you're never going to be able to tell me no bullshit about a good police. Not never, not once. McNulty could never make me believe that there are good police. Because what the fuck? What do you call this?
Yeah.
When you're watching it, you're right there.
Yeah,
At least in Portland, we know you right there.
This is what I would call, just Trump being, consistent with his promises and making sure that not just law enforcement, but his own personal army, ICE, has immunity to all of this. What's really unfortunate, and we keep seeing this over and over again, is how when presented with an opportunity to step up and do not just the right thing, but fall within the using the existing remaining legal levers that do exist, operating within those parameters, the wrong decisions are being made over and over again. Like legacy could have went a completely different way.
1,000%.
You know what I'm saying? And some of that, and this is going to be leading to our next story, some of that we're seeing not just in Portland with the way our mayor and governor is responding, but also what's happening in Minnesota. There have been some steps here. They're working on legislation in Oregon that if Trump does go through on his promise to not send us any federal funding because Oregon still has a sanctuary city in it, they're working on legislation that will prevent our taxes from going to the Fed. So we'll be, using Oregon state taxes to take care of Oregon because the Fed is being withheld because of the president. So they're working on that. And I think that's a cool first step. I think my issue is,
definitely it just ain't enough money.
Yeah, it ain't enough money. It ain't enough money. With what's happening in Minnesota right now, we've watched Governor Walz and also Mayor Frey, expressed their discontent with ICE and with DHS, but they've turned to the community and say, hey, but what we don't want to do is give them a reason to escalate. And again, same sentiments here echoed by Mayor Wilson. But what we're not seeing in any of these situations, including with the legacy situation, there are opportunities here for you to step up and protect your people. Legacy, you are not protecting your nurses. You're not protecting your staff. These are literally your people. If they strike, if the level of care deteriorates, it's not like you can replace this doctor with an ICE agent. You know what I'm saying? Like you're leaning the wrong direction with the decisions you're making here. And it's the same thing for me with city government. Like, you're telling the citizens that are getting yanked out of their cars and that are getting killed in the street. I know everyone's upset. I understand that. Please film everything, because when it's all said and done, all that footage is going to be great and we're going to use it to sue. Okay. With what judges? With what laws in place? Like, we're watching this shit. It's eroding in front of us. We literally have woken up behind enemy lines.
Damn.
And people are still talking about, we got to prepare for what's next. We're not even dealing with what we're dealing with right now. We're not even dealing with that. And you're talking about, let's get all this footage so we can sue. Okay. All right, cool. Under this current system, under this current administration, when did you want to sue? Oh, when Trump's out. Cool. So we got to wait 3 years of this before y'all make a decision that protects your citizens? Before y'all drop some barricades and remove ICE from your cities? Like, you're asking the oppressors to leave.
Yes.
You have local police. You have state police. You have National Guard.
Apparently not.
Yeah, apparently. Their hands are tied. All they can do is, sue.
I mean, I'm not a person, I believe, sock it to their pockets. Honestly, that is, to me, the only way that that changes get made outside of actual violence. And
those are the two.
When it comes to socking it to their pockets, it just has to be, it has to make a dent to those folk. You know what I mean? It can't be that taxpayers pay for their murders or their harm.
Yeah.
And it can't be that it's just, some rich donor gives money to a police union and then they just pay for it. Like, these are not just individual actions. So I want to be clear that I definitely don't think that it is just an officer responsible when an officer does something.
Right.
I'm saying that it's multiple factors, and those multiple factors need to be held accountable. It can't just be the, salaried officer that is also likely happening to make double their salary on overtime. It does have to impact them individually in a way that deters other people from doing those things. Mm-hmm. But it has to absolutely hit the system first, hardest, all of that.
Yeah.
Because they are the ones who not only train but enable. And so
say that again.
Like, we have to be paying attention to the roots and not the symptoms. The symptoms are definitely a problem. And I'm not saying that we should just be like, oh, yeah, that officer has killed 15 people. Let him keep working. I'm saying this system as is only works for capitalism. It doesn't work for people. And so we have to quit pretending that there's going to be some reasonable fix to it.
Yeah.
Under capitalism. It can't. This is the point.
That's not how capitalism works.
You have to have an enforcer.
Yeah.
And you have to have multiple enforcers. You have to have multiple arms of enforcement.
Yeah, you got to box them in. Carlos said, what happens when somebody busts back is my question.
Right.
And
melee.
John says, snatch me out my car and you'll find out where I stand on the Second Amendment. This is I posted earlier this week on Instagram saying this is the impending intersection. This is where we're heading. The government is pushing people to a place where they don't have a choice in the land where they have been doing everything they can to make it easier for everyone to have a firearm.
Yeah.
You've made it so easy, and now you are executing people in the streets and no one is paying the consequences. You're not even saying what happened was wrong. Instead, you are responding to damning video evidence and introducing your own narrative that's painfully clear as a lie. Painfully clear. The level of insult is just what? You guys only do this to black people. What the hell's going on right now?
You know what is kind of wild is seeing folks say that sentiment. To see non-black people basically get to that sentiment, okay, enough with all of this, man. I saw somebody was like, can we just go back to regular police brutality now? And it was like, why? Just said, do you hear you?
Girl.
Bitches,
Girl, are you crazy? That thread, that tweet, I seen that shit. I was like, oh my God, you're wilding.
It's laughable because it's the kind of shit that is funny or is a thing to say when you have never been impacted by any sort of state brutality.
Yeah. Yeah.
It doesn't matter if it's a fucking police officer or an ICE agent. The terror that they fucking rain on black and brown communities daily. For you to be like, let's just get back to the regular program of police brutality in America is fucking insane.
Can we please?
You taking too long. What is all of this other stuff? Bitches, you fucking for real? Is you cool? No.
Y'all ain't circle the block yet?
You definitely not cool if that's your thought. If your thought is could we just get back to the regular man, and I mean that in every sense. I mean that when you are looking at Joe fucking Byron as your president, there is no back to normal. None of this shit is normal. Yeah. We don't get to go back to and who wants to go backwards anyway? Be fucking for real. Sorry, I don't mean to be yelling.
But no, the delusion, it's across all these different issues. It's no different than, the local yokels here, the never happy crowd that swears they live in Gotham City, cheering on ICE coming, talking about, they're going to clean up the streets. They're going to take care of all the fentanyl and the homeless. Are you? Yeah,
because that's their fucking job.
Are you?
That's what they're here to do.
Right. Are you out of your effing mind? What are you talking about?
Do you know that there is a whole drug enforcement agency called the DEA that don't give a fuck about the fentanyl on the street? You think that the ICE people are coming to fix it?
They just love it. Give me more oppression. Good. Lowe said, are we not allowed to defend our neighbors from unlawful public executions?
We absolutely are allowed.
Right. JC said, what up? Also, good to see you. Says, what does accountability look like in a system rooted in violence and oppression, if not violence in return?
Period.
And that's just real shit.
Period.
That's just real shit. Come on. Lily came through with some facts, some health facts here. All ICE agents, and she says, and this is an actual fact, Google it for yourself, had the medical condition micropenis. That's why they are boiling hot mad, are quick to be violent, are trigger happy, and won't show their faces. This sounds like...
I can't even see.
This sounds like peer-reviewed information.
Peer-reviewed information.
Yeah.
This is a scientific study.
Listen, Lily has been consistent in that way. As long as I've known her. She doesn't just throw like anything. Like I found it on the internet and just throwing it out there.
That's absolutely true. I also cannot see this message in the chat, which is absolutely amazing. So like,
Go all the way to the top.
Oh, you pinned it or something?
No, I think take a look at your window here and see if it's at live chat or top chat, because that happened to me too.
Oh, Top Boy.
Yeah.
Fantastic show, everybody.
Yeah.
Look at
That's
that.
happened to me a couple of shows. And I was like, where are you? I'm like, what are you reading? I don't see this crap. Yeah.
Hey, there's a lot more things here.
She's like, Ambush is making up text messages that agree with his
W's
thoughts.
in the chat. Morgan learned how to use it. No? Okay.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. But yeah, like, shit is ridiculous, bro.
Nah, yeah, this is.
I love what you said.
I'm trying
John.
to hold my tongue because the rest of the stuff I have is for the
It's for
next
the
story.
actual
Yeah.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
Like I love what you said, John. Like, you know, snatch me out my car and you'll find out where I stand on the Second Amendment. And here's the thing. There is this rift that's been happening, especially within different communities. You know, this isn't about us. This is about them. This is about the immigrants. You know, this is about Somalians, or this is about the Haitians, or this is about the Latino community. Like, this isn't about us. It's, you know. Now everyone is seeing that anyone can get it. All right. A white man got killed and they lied on him. Said he approached them with his weapon. Like
He was an attempted assassinator.
Yeah. Just flat out lying. Anybody can get it. But just in, you know, it's created this heightened anxiety for all of us anytime we leave the house. Because you see it. They're picking up anybody. You're detaining Native Americans. You're detaining Native Americans on violations of being illegal. Like what? Like it's ridiculous. So if you think your black ass can't get pulled over because they suspect you're from another country, like once that happens, it's all out. It's all out the window. It's all out the window. And it really is a situation where what happens? Philando Castile, we saw that. License to carry. Shot right there in the car with his daughter in the backseat. This is literally where we are. And this is why I'm like, our local government has to do a better job protecting us. Because if they don't, what you then have are citizens coming to their own determination of how they're going to handle a situation that their local government is not handling properly. We should not feel this unsafe. And the only way to feel safer is when we start taking matters in our own hands. And there's only so much safety that can be created under those circumstances. What were you going to say?
Well, a couple of things. One, I just want to remind folks that this is not the first time that this regime has killed a white man and been like, lied on him, and then the media just forgot.
Yeah.
But in 2020 here, excuse me, Michael Reinhold, and I hope I'm pronouncing that right, but
sounds familiar.
Well, he was killed by U.S. Marshals that Trump sent out. And if you'll remember, Trump was like, we will kill him where he stands type shit. Like, we're going to find that person and kill him. And they did.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember now.
They did, because he shot a Patriot Prayer dude.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
Like, I just want to be clear that kind of stuff, this is not, none of this is new.
They treated it like it was a Delta Force operation. I remember, like that was starting to come through. Like he was crystal clear, like we're going to track him down. And
they did. They found, I mean, they went directly to Lacey, Washington and killed that man. It wasn't even like, come out with your hands up. We got you. You know, now you're going to go to jail and go to court.
It was a hit.
They shot that man.
It was a coordinated strike. Yeah.
I said shot. They killed that man. Mm-hmm. So one, there's that. You said something else that made me have something to say, but now I don't remember what it was. But it doesn't matter. We got to move.
Yeah. I said it on Threads. It became painfully clear to me that this government does not care about white people when them white babies got killed at Sandy Hook and there was no change to gun reform. These kids were at their school. Okay. And what did we get? The legacy that is now thoughts and prayers.
Ooh.
That's what we got. If you can't protect children in school, yeah, anybody can get it.
It isn't that they can't. If you won't, if you absolutely refuse, if you have decided that it makes more sense to put one SRO officer in a school or two, when everything says having a police presence in that regard is not helpful to education or those children, they're growing up. Mm-hmm. If the way that you decide to protect is by having more of the people that do a lot of the harm there, we see what happens. That isn't protection. And it's just the same as all of the other ills to me. Mm-hmm. Like, you continue to talk about a symptom rather than what is the cause of this. Why would we want police officers in schools? Why do we need that? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
what are they responding to?
You're not. we just have to be absolutely clear. They do not stop crime.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when faced with it, we saw what Uvalde did.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck if they get found guilty for that or not, and they didn't. They let all them people go.
Right. Right.
But we saw it. And we know why that didn't get the result that it was supposed to get, as in them being held accountable. But we see what happens. They're scared.
Yeah. Shook.
They're shook. These are the same people that tell you that they're doing the hardest, most risky job that's ever been jobbed. Ever. There's never been another job
that's been
so risky.
It's a risky jobber.
Except for all the data that says that's a lie. The lie detector determined you're doing a Josh right now. Right. You're just joshing us. But the fact of the matter is, those people that tell you that they are the fucking Avengers every day.
They hold the line.
They hold the line. I'm out there putting it all out there to feed my babies. I just want to come home to my kids.
I just want to make it home. It's so dangerous. Make it home. You guys have no idea how dangerous it is. I just want to make it home. Car in I don't know how long. You just sitting in there texting. Fucking insane. Shooting people from the car. They be shooting people from the car.
These are the people that run. Yeah. These are the people that don't go in. These are the people that hold their position because they're fucking scared ass lieutenant, captain, sergeant, commander, whatever the fuck. They told them not to do anything, so they stand. That's what they did. Then they blamed the teachers that did what they fucking could to make sure that the kids don't get hit.
Right. Yeah.
I'm never going to get over them blaming that teacher and saying that she's the reason that that the door was open when she fucking locked the door. Like, that is wild.
So is this popping up in your head because of what there was a ruling, I think either yesterday or the day before?
Yeah, Uvalde.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I wasn't sure.
It did pop in my head because we see what police forces do when they show up on a scene and they don't know what to do.
Right.
And I've mentioned me watching a lot of that kind of footage right now, and there's a reason for it, but it sounds fucking weird to say I'm watching a lot of body cam, but I am. And what I can tell you is no matter what their training is, these are people that have no idea what to do for the most part when faced with something that scares them. It doesn't matter what the thing is. They're terrified.
Yeah.
And they can't move forward. So they pull the gun out. They pull a taser out. They pull a baton out. It's just reacting in fear. And I do believe that they're trained to do that. They just don't know that they're trained to do that.
We don't know that they're trained to do that because they pull a firearm as if they don't have tasers on them.
Yeah.
It's the first thing they do. So to me, like everything that we see them doing, this is what they're trained to do.
Yeah.
What's being communicated to us is what they're trained to do, something completely different. But this is actually them following their training. Okay. I'm going to run through this right quick. I think I love that. Like you started talking about a little bit earlier, as far as what needs to happen. This is an example of that. It's not very often that we see people moving in the direction where we can actually get some results. But the fact that so many different factions of the community responded this way is major. Absolutely major. What happened in Minnesota last week wasn't just a protest. It wasn't a march. It was a general strike. Hundreds of businesses shuttered. Teachers walked out. Unions and faith leaders stood shoulder to shoulder with immigrant and frontline communities. And yes, that matters. But let's be real about why. Community organizing, mutual aid, and resistance to ICE and state violence have always existed in Black, Indigenous, and Brown communities. That infrastructure didn't spring up overnight. It's survival work built over decades because capitalism and white supremacy make it necessary. That's been the rhythm of life for us for generations. What's different now? White people are showing up in large numbers. People who haven't felt the weight of this violence the way our communities have. And when they finally act, it creates the possibility for scale, for disruption that actually hits the machinery of enforcement and profit. Minnesota didn't invent care networks. They didn't invent resistance, but last week, tens of thousands took the step of refusing work, refusing compliance, refusing to normalize cruelty. And that is the point. The point isn't applause. It's not hope. It's material disruption. Because let's be clear, ICE isn't broken. Local police aren't rogue. Detention contractors, airports, courts, none of this is broken. It's working exactly as designed. ICE terrorizes, police enforce, corporations profit, and capitalism thrives on it. Borders, cages, extraction, surveillance, fear, they're all a part of the same system. That's why a general strike now is different. It directly challenges the flow of wealth and the functioning of the system itself. It's not symbolic. It's not performative. It's a strategy that can force attention from people who think they own everything. Historically, that's how real change has happened. Labor withdrawal, collective refusal, economic disruption. The 8-hour day didn't come from prayer. Civil rights gains didn't come from asking nicely. They came from making business as usual impossible. And here's what Minnesota shows us. Resistance isn't just moral, it's tactical. Tens of thousands disrupted schools, transportation, workplaces, and in doing so, created a model for action anywhere. Not because Minneapolis, again, is exceptional, but because under capitalism, we all rely on each other to survive. And that interdependence is power. The stakes are high. Violence against Black, Indigenous, and Brown communities has been ongoing for centuries. What's different now is that the machinery of state violence is reaching people who never had to face it before. And some are finally waking up. That's why the timing is urgent. That's why scale matters now.
I hate to even say the words scale.
Let's scale up.
Let's scale up. This is scalable. Got to get it to scale, when talking about a general strike or any sort of disruption. But it does actually fit.
Yeah. Yeah. Organizing isn't new. Community care isn't new. Resistance isn't new. What's new is who the pain has reached and how undeniable it's become. The response cannot be vibes or visibility. It has to be structural. Governments can choose de-escalation through policy, or they can keep choosing profit and invite more disruption. Strikes are not chaos. They are a warning. And the warning is clear. Meet people's needs, or the system will continue to break itself. This is one of those moments where, like, a story or a segment of our show is offering not just solace and a way to digest the news in a way that helps us all get through it. I think delivering solutions like this, recognizing solutions as they are being implemented, is extremely important. It's extremely important to make sure that type of stuff is getting out. And you're right. Like, I don't think there's enough people talking about what this looks like. The same excitement that people had around Zoran and what that meant. Like, seeing something like this happen, it should be equally as exciting. Like, this is
1,000%.
it. This is it, guys.
It is the level of disruption that matters, because it isn't about like getting their attention. We have their attention.
Right.
Right. What we have to continue to remember is they do not fucking care what we want. And so forcing the issue is the only way to get the issue.
Right.
Like, we just have to continuously remind ourselves how many, it's such a small amount of people that get to benefit from this system. And the amount of people that are fucking destitute, that they are absolutely purposely making destitute so that they can continue to be a part of that small little group of people that hoard it all. You gotta understand just how, yes, they have the money and the power today, but they have absolutely nothing against 330 million people.
Right.
100 million people.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that, we just, you know, the divisions have worked so well and for so long. And we have seen moments where there are cracks to that, where it looks like resistance might break through. And then, you know, we might get the sequel Star Wars. We, you know,
yeah,
we got the Empire. I don't know if that happened. I've never seen Star Wars.
No, you named the 10th film. We got the Empire. It's literally named.
It's on its way.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a Star Wars guy.
It's canon. Oh shit. One day we got to tell you guys the story of all the guys she is. It's canon. It's canon. You said it now. It's canon.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't know. I lost my point.
Yeah. Star Wars.
This is exactly I talk about guy. Star Wars.
But you were just saying this is how we bring the Empire down.
Right. Maybe we get to the point.
Yeah.
Where we get to whatever the sci-fi film is where they have fought the Empire and won. We are getting closer to that. And I am not saying that we have never seen a general strike or that we have never seen any sort of resistance like this. I am saying it is definitely matters that it's happening now. It matters that it's happening for this reason.
Yeah.
And we absolutely have to recognize that, like, there are multiple states and cities that do not subscribe, right, to what the federal government is or isn't doing. They don't necessarily subscribe to the people that they have actually elected. They may not even realize how bad their elected officials are. You know what I mean? This is showing a lot of people who have maybe, you know, been in the same community for a long time and have never been impacted by anything like this and have heard, you know, like, oh, I've heard that they mess with the Somalis in my neighborhood, but I've never seen it. It's changing the way that they see what enforcement means and looks like. You are enforcing a policy about what you told us was the worst of the worst, but you just kidnapped my fucking neighbor, who I know is great.
Who runs a bakery.
You kidnapped the yoga instructor, who I know, you know, like, these are people within your community. It isn't just a little boy that you're seeing on the cover of things. Like, people know that little boy. There are teachers that taught that little boy. There are, you know what I'm saying? Like, it is a little different. It's not just happening in one city right now. It is happening in multiple cities and multiple communities at the same time are having to deal with the same level of the federal government's oppression violently on them in their streets.
Yeah.
That's a different level, you know, of seeing it. It's all
They're surrounded by it.
They're surrounded by it.
Yeah.
They're surrounded by it.
Yeah.
And
it's everyone's reality. Yeah.
Michelle said, it is important to recognize how much Minneapolis's readiness for this moment is a direct outcome of how that place and community transformed in the wake of George Floyd's murder.
Facts.
Thank you.
Facts.
Absolutely.
Facts. Yes.
Absolutely. And I just add to that. that there were already those networks in place in so many ways, and those community organizers that have that blueprint and the groundwork, and then you are able to scale it. Shout out to Minneapolis. They scaled it.
Yeah, I was going to say, you found a way to work it back in.
Yeah. Scaled it to a general strike right in front of our fucking eyes, and I'm big inspired by that. This is not, for me, no war but class war. And that is not a slogan. That is real shit. There is zero reason for any of us to have the divisions that we have outside of capitalism. And so I want to make sure, like, I'll talk more about capitalism's reach on Thursday, but there really is, like, we have to be able to name the actual problems and not just be mad at the symptoms, or not just be trying to triage the symptoms.
Yeah.
We have to be able to have the people that triage the symptoms, the people that are continuously on track to scale it even bigger, the people that are ready to be our own army when we need it. Like, everybody has a role. And we have to be ready to play those roles and figure out what our positions are in it, because they've been doing that. The think tanks are heavily funded. They are doing fantastic right now, implementing their plan that they have been working on for years. So resistance has to be strong, and a reminder that they don't give a fuck about the rules. So I don't think you should either.
Hello. Yeah. This is a really, really special moment. And if we can all constantly remember that we are living in the system of capitalism, we should not be having the cognitive dissonance that anything outside of attacking their capital is going to give us the change that we need.
Yeah.
Period. Like,
talk to him. Well, don't talk to him, Ambush, because that's been another episode of News with My Fiance, Monday night, Raw, live, in person, live Raw. I like to say it different every time.
I love it.
Yeah. We got another one in the books. Thank you for spending this quality time with us. This was hella fun tonight.
Yeah. This episode is made possible by our in-studio crew. Jess.
Big Jess, not the little one.
Jess is back. So very happy.
Same.
Yes.
As you guys may have told or been able to tell, Ambush has paid attention a little bit more.
I'm not doing this.
He's not touching other stuff over there, not paying attention to the conversation that we're having. You know,
all the breaks started on time. They came back on time. Music was there where it was supposed to be.
It was gone when it wasn't
supposed to be. Mics were on. It's just great.
Everything works.
It's just great.
It's a smooth ride.
Oh, I'm so happy. Shout out to our remote quality control crew, Michelle, Ross, and Kyle G, Residual Audio. Shout out to our studio sponsors, L&J Industries. Shout out to them.
Just period. Always.
Yes. Oh, big love going that direction. Happy to see you guys in the chat. And of course, big thanks to all of you for watching, listening, and staying engaged with us.
Stay engaged with us all week. Follow us on Instagram at News with My Fiance. You can follow Ambush at ScamBeezy. You can follow me at Portland Morgan. Become a member. Sock it to our pockets over at patreon.com/News with My Fiance.
I'm sorry. I just laughed because C said I'm off my meds. You can check out the merch over at newswithmyfiance.com/merch. We do have new merch in there. I forgot. We also have buttons too. Yeah.
Oh, who doesn't love a good button?
Right? More designs coming soon. Treat yourself to a little bit of maybe one of everything, An extra enthusiastic thank you to our fiancés putting their money where their mouth is over on Patreon. We sincerely appreciate y'all's support. And we equally love our free 99 fiancés. Again, we say it every single show. We are trying to build community over there in preparation for some of the dialing back that's going to have to happen
from
on
these
platforms. So if you were following News of My Fiance on TikTok, don't worry about that. Shutting that down. Shutting my personal TikTok down. We are de-TikToking. We're out of it. We're out of it. Yeah. But you know the deal. Don't let the individuals distract you from the systems. Poverty is indeed a policy choice. People over profits. No war but class war. Go hard on systems and not people. And we will catch you this Thursday, 7:30 a.m. to 9:06
PST.
EST. And we got some surprises coming on with the morning show too.
Carlos said W stream. So, big dubs in the chat.
Yeah, I'm saying.
We're young. We're hip with the now. We know what's happening.
Literally, live person, raw live in raw person live Monday.
Yes, that's how I say it. Welcome to our show.
Thank you, Faith. She said great show tonight.
Love y'all very much.
Yeah. We got some really dope things happening on Thursday morning. I'm really excited to, Yeah.
Well, we're closing out now. So don't go too.
No. Not giving you guys anything. I'm just saying, stay tapped in. All right.
Guava berry. Bye.
Thanks for tuning in. And you can catch this show streaming live on YouTube every Monday night from 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. And our podcast episodes are available everywhere you listen to podcasts except Spotify.